Imagine standing in front of a mirror, looking at yourself, not just as the reflection of who you are, but as the vision of who you're destined to become. What does that reflection reveal? Does it show someone confident, graceful, powerful, and capable of making an impact? Or does it reflect doubt, hesitation, and uncertainty? You see, being a perfect lady is not about perfection in the sense we often think. It is not about flawless beauty, flawless behavior, or even flawless achievements. It's about embodying the essence of your true self, showing up as your best version every single day, and using every moment to uplift, to inspire. So how do you craft the portrait of a perfect lady? How do you become that powerful force whose presence alone changes the room, whose words change minds, and whose actions change the world? It starts first and foremost within. The true power of a woman is not in how others see her, but in how she sees herself. The perfect lady is one who understands her worth, not by comparison, but by the understanding of her unique value. She doesn't seek validation from the world around her. She knows she has something special to offer. In a world that constantly tries to define us, a true lady is unshaken by opinions, grounded in her own truth, and driven by her purpose. Let me challenge you with this. Stop waiting for the world to give you permission to be great. A perfect lady does not wait for others to believe in her. She believes in herself and takes action. She has vision, a mission, and the courage to move towards it with unwavering commitment. Every step she takes is a step toward realizing her potential. And every challenge she faces is seen as an opportunity for growth. Now, let's talk about grace. Grace is not just a trait, it's a discipline. It's the ability to remain composed in the face of adversity, to rise above negativity, and to respond to insults with kindness, never losing sight of the bigger picture. It's about understanding that every word, every action, every reaction carries weight, and choosing wisely the impact you wish to leave. A perfect lady is one who builds others up, not because it benefits her, but because she understands that there is enough success, enough joy, and enough beauty for everyone. She is not threatened by another woman's brilliance because she knows that her own brilliance shines just as brightly. She recognizes that true power lies in lifting others, not in tearing them down. And this leads me to the greatest secret of all. A perfect lady is one who continues to evolve. She is not stagnant. She is constantly learning, unlearning, growing, and improving. She is a student of life, never complacent, always striving to become a better version of herself. The pursuit of excellence is a journey, not a destination. And in that pursuit, she never loses her authenticity. She remains true to her values, to her principles, to her heart. When we speak of perfection, let's shift our focus. Perfection is not a state of flawless being. It's the continuous, relentless striving to be the best version of who you are meant to be. The perfect lady is one who refuses to be defined by her circumstances. She makes her own path. She creates opportunities. She walks with purpose and with dignity. You are already more than enough. The power of a perfect lady resides within you, not because of how the world sees you, but because of how you choose to see yourself and the actions you take to live out your purpose. Every step you take in life, every interaction, every challenge you face, make it count. So don't be afraid to be great. Don't be afraid to step into the fullness of who you are. A perfect lady is one who commands respect, not by demanding it, but by becoming the person that others naturally respect. And in doing so, she makes the world a better place, one beautiful action at a time, Let that be your mission. Let that be your legacy. You are not just here to live, you are here to make a difference. And that, my friend, is what makes you a perfect lady. Self-worth and confidence. A perfect lady understands her unique value and doesn't seek validation from others. She is grounded in her own truth and driven by her purpose. Division and action. A true lady doesn't wait for the world to give her permission to be great. She believes in herself and takes action towards realizing her potential, using challenges as opportunities for growth. Grace and composure. Grace is a discipline. A perfect lady remains composed in adversity, responding to negativity with kindness and choosing wisely the impact of her words and action. Empowerment and support for others. She builds others up, recognizing that there is enough success and beauty for everyone. She embraces the brilliance of others without fear or competition. Continuous growth. A perfect lady is committed to constant self-improvement, learning and evolving while staying authentic to her values and principles. Legacy of excellence. Perfection lies not in flawless being, but in the relentless pursuit of becoming the best version of yourself. A perfect lady makes an impact through her actions, leaving a lasting legacy of excellence. The first keynote of becoming a perfect lady revolves around understanding your self-worth and confidence. This is perhaps the most foundational quality, as everything else stems from how a person views themselves. If you believe in your worth, your confidence grows and your actions are empowered by that belief. On the other hand, if your sense of self is fragile, it can hinder your growth and prevent you from fully realizing your potential. To be a perfect lady, this self-assurance isn't just about thinking highly of yourself, but it's about knowing your unique value in a way that doesn't rely on external validation. In today's world, the pressure to conform and seek approval from others is overwhelming. We are constantly bombarded with social media, advertisements, and even cultural norms that tell us what it means to be beautiful, successful, and worthy. But a truly perfect lady doesn't allow her worth to be determined by these external standards. She doesn't allow her beauty, intelligence, or success to be measured against others. Instead, she recognizes that her value is intrinsic. It is not something to be earned or given by the world around her. True self-worth comes from knowing who you are at your core. It comes from understanding that you have something special to offer the world, something that no one else can replicate. You may have different talents, perspectives, and qualities than the person next to you, but those differences make you unique and valuable. A perfect lady embraces her individuality. She understands that she doesn't need to be like anyone else in order to be successful, respected, or loved. She can simply be herself unapologetically and still be enough. She knows that she doesn't have to prove herself to anyone because her worth is inherent. However, understanding your worth doesn't mean being complacent or arrogant. It means having the confidence to believe in your abilities and potential while also remaining humble and open to growth. A confident lady recognizes her strengths and works hard to develop them. But she also acknowledges her weaknesses and seeks improvement. Self-confidence is not about perfection. It is about embracing the person you are right now while striving to become better. The power of self-confidence also lies in the ability to stand firm in the face of criticism or judgment. In a world that constantly evaluates us based on unrealistic standards, it's easy to get lost in trying to please others. But a perfect lady doesn't need to be liked by everyone, nor does she need to be praised constantly. Her confidence is not rooted in the approval of others, but in the satisfaction of knowing that she is living authentically and true to her own principles. When a lady truly believes in her self-worth, she is able to show up fully in the world. She doesn't shrink back from opportunities or challenges because she knows she has the capacity to face them. Whether it's speaking in front of a crowd, taking on a leadership role, or simply navigating through life's daily hurdles, she approaches each situation with confidence because she trusts in herself. This inner belief empowers her to take risks, make decisions, and pursue her goals with determination, knowing that she is worthy of success. Confidence also enhances a lady's interactions with others. When you value yourself, you communicate that value through your actions, your words, and your presence. People respect those who respect themselves. And your self-assurance will naturally attract those who appreciate your worth. You won't tolerate being mistreated because your standards for how others treat you are set high. This doesn't mean being rigid or demanding. It means having boundaries that honor your sense of self and encourage others to do the same. Ultimately, cultivating self-worth and confidence is a continuous journey. It requires self-reflection, self-love, and sometimes even overcoming past experiences that may have caused you to doubt yourself. But once you've mastered this, it will serve as the solid foundation for every other quality that makes up the perfect lady. With self-worth and confidence as your anchor, you will navigate through life with purpose, grace, and unwavering strength. And that, my friends, is the secret to truly embodying the essence of a perfect lady. The second keynote of becoming a perfect lady is vision and action. This principle emphasizes that a true lady doesn't wait for external circumstances or validation to move forward in life. Instead, she operates with clarity of purpose, guided by a vision of what she wants to achieve, and she takes bold, decisive action to make that vision a reality. The perfect lady is not passive in her pursuit of her goals. She is intentional, focused, and driven. She doesn't merely dream about success. She actively works toward it day after day, step by step. Vision is the foundation of all success. Without a clear vision, it's easy to drift through life without a sense of direction or purpose. A perfect lady doesn't just go through the motions. She understands the importance of defining where she wants to go and why. Her vision is not limited by the constraints of what others expect or by the status quo. Instead, it is shaped by her desires, her values, and the impact she wishes to make in the world. Whether her vision is related to her career, personal development, or the way she engages with others, it serves as her guiding light, helping her make decisions, prioritize her time, and remain motivated even in difficult times. But vision alone is not enough. A perfect lady understands that dreams must be accompanied by deliberate action. Vision without action is simply fantasy. She knows that success doesn't happen overnight, and that she must put in the necessary work to turn her vision into reality. The power of action lies in its ability to transform ideas into tangible results. A lady who is focused on her goals will consistently take steps toward them, regardless of obstacles, setbacks, or delays. She recognizes that life is not always predictable, but she is resilient in her commitment to making her vision come to life. The act of taking consistent, purposeful action is a hallmark of a perfect lady. She doesn't wait for perfect conditions to take the first step. She doesn't wait until she feels ready or until everything aligns perfectly. She understands that the perfect moment rarely comes. and that the best time to act is now. Procrastination is the enemy of progress. And a perfect lady is aware that the longer she waits, the further she drifts from her goals. Whether she faces fear, uncertainty, or lack of resources, she doesn't let these challenges paralyze her. Instead, she learns to navigate through them, finding ways to adapt and keep moving forward. Action requires discipline and persistence. A perfect lady doesn't give up after one or two failed attempts. She understands that success is built on many small, consistent actions. She knows that setbacks are not the end of the road, but rather a part of the process. With each failure, she learns, adjusts, and tries again. Her commitment to action is what sets her apart. The ability to maintain momentum even when faced with difficulties is a defining trait of a lady who is determined to succeed. Moreover, a lady with a clear vision and the courage to take action is not afraid of change. She is flexible and open-minded, constantly evolving her approach if necessary. She understands that life's journey is not linear, and the ability to adapt is crucial. As new opportunities arise, she evaluates them in the context of her vision, ensuring that every step she takes brings her closer to the person she aims to become. Exactly. Ultimately, the combination of vision and action is what enables a lady to live a life of purpose and fulfillment. Without a vision, she might drift through life without direction, but without action, she remains stuck in the realm of dreams. The perfect lady knows how to balance both. She envisions her future, plans for it, and then takes bold, deliberate steps toward realizing that vision. This combination of clarity and action is what transforms her potential into real success and impact. A perfect lady does not just dream of greatness. She works for it day by day, making her mark on the world with purpose and passion. The third keynote of becoming a perfect lady is grace and composure. This quality is not just about elegance or a poised appearance, though those are often outward reflections of grace. At its core, grace and composure are about how a lady responds to the world around her, particularly when faced with challenges, adversity, or difficult people. A perfect lady exudes grace, not through perfection, but through her ability to remain calm, composed, and kind in any situation. This inner strength allows her to rise above negativity and react with dignity, even in the most trying of circumstances. Grace is often misunderstood as a passive quality, something soft or delicate. In reality, grace is a powerful force. It requires self-restraint, emotional intelligence, and resilience. A perfect lady understands that how she responds to the challenges of life speaks volumes about her character. In a world full of chaos, conflict, and stress, the ability to maintain composure is a rare and valuable trait. It's the ability to pause, to breathe, and to think before reacting, instead of rushing to judgment or allowing emotions to dictate actions. A graceful lady takes a moment to assess the situation and chooses the most appropriate response. This quality is especially important when dealing with conflict or criticism. It's easy to become defensive or angry when someone challenges or attacks us, but a perfect lady knows that reacting out of anger or frustration only perpetuates negativity and does not serve her in the long run. Instead, she chooses to respond with kindness, with understanding, and with an open mind. Grace allows her to navigate difficult conversations with respect and clarity, even when emotions run high. By not being swept away by the intensity of the moment, she maintains her dignity and diffuses tension. Her grace does not mean she is weak or submissive. Rather, it shows her strength in maintaining control of her emotions and decisions. Composure is a closely related quality. While grace is often seen in how we respond to others, composure refers to our ability to maintain calmness in situations that may be challenging or unexpected. It's the steadiness in the face of fear or uncertainty. A perfect lady doesn't crumble under pressure. She doesn't panic when things go wrong. Instead, she stands firm and makes thoughtful decisions. Whether it's a personal crisis, a professional setback, or an unexpected change of plans, composure allows her to handle the situation with a level head. She's able to stay focused on the bigger picture, keep her emotions in check, and find solutions rather than dwelling on problems. The true power of grace and composure lies in their ability to positively influence those around us. People are drawn to those who are calm, confident, and composed. When others see how a lady handles adversity with grace, they're inspired to act in a similar way. Her ability to remain gracious in the face of rudeness, to keep calm when others are losing their heads, makes her a beacon of stability and wisdom. She earns respect not by commanding it, but by embodying qualities that naturally draw respect from others. Furthermore, grace and composure aren't only helpful in difficult situations, they are also vital in everyday interactions. A perfect lady remains gracious in how she speaks, how she treats others, and how she carries herself. She doesn't belittle others, isn't quick to judge, and doesn't indulge in gossip or negativity. Instead, she lifts others up with her words and actions, cultivating an environment of positivity and respect. Grace allows her to extend empathy and understanding, even when it's not easy to do so. To cultivate grace and composure, a lady must first develop self-awareness. She must be mindful of her emotions and reactions. This means understanding when she is upset, frustrated, or angry, and recognizing how those emotions might influence her behavior. It also means taking responsibility for her actions, especially when she falters. Grace involves forgiving oneself and moving forward with a sense of peace. Composure, likewise, is cultivated through practice, patience, and a commitment to remain centered even when life's pressures try to pull you in different directions. In the end, grace and composure are qualities that set a lady apart. They are a testament to her inner strength, emotional intelligence, and maturity. A perfect lady doesn't just react to the world around her. She responds thoughtfully, with poise and respect, creating a space of calm and dignity wherever she goes. Through grace and composure, she radiates an inner beauty that is far more enduring and powerful than external appearances. The fourth keynote of becoming a perfect lady is empowerment and support for others. This concept highlights the importance of lifting others up rather than tearing them down. A true lady understands that her success is not a limited resource. There is room for everyone to thrive. She believes in the power of collaboration, encouragement, and creating spaces where others feel empowered to pursue their own potential. Empowerment isn't about competition or comparison. It's about fostering an environment where everyone can excel and grow. A perfect lady does not view the achievements of others as threats. In fact, she celebrates the success of others, knowing that someone else's success does not diminish her own. She understands that there is an abundance of opportunities in the world, and that the rise of others does not mean her own light will fade. Rather, she recognizes that by supporting others, she contributes to a world where everyone has the chance to shine. This mindset of abundance rather than scarcity is essential for fostering collaboration and creating positive, impactful communities. A perfect lady empowers others through her actions, words, and support. When she sees someone struggling or in need of encouragement, she doesn't hesitate to offer a helping hand, whether it's a friend, colleague, or even a stranger. She understands the power of kindness and mentorship. She shares her knowledge, her experiences, and her wisdom with those around her, knowing that lifting someone else up is not a sign of weakness, but a reflection of her own strength. Empowerment is not about taking credit for others' accomplishments or overshadowing their achievements. It's about being the person who encourages and helps others achieve their own greatness. Supporting others also requires emotional intelligence and empathy. A perfect lady is able to read the room, to understand when someone is in need, and to respond in a way that is both uplifting and encouraging. She knows that empowerment is not just about offering advice or giving praise. Sometimes it's about listening without judgment or providing comfort when it's needed most. She has the ability to recognize when others are struggling and to offer support in a way that meets their emotional needs. This deep sense of empathy allows her to build meaningful relationships where trust, mutual respect, and encouragement flow freely. In the workplace, a perfect lady applies this principle by being a mentor, a collaborator, and an advocate for others. She creates an environment where teamwork is valued over individual competition. She celebrates the strengths of her colleagues and encourages them to use their talents to contribute to the greater good. In doing so, she not only enhances the productivity and success of her team, but also nurtures an atmosphere of trust and mutual respect. She understands that everyone has something unique to offer, and she works to help others bring their best selves forward. Empowerment also means standing up for others when they are marginalized or mistreated. A perfect lady uses her voice and influence to advocate for fairness, equality, and justice. She stands alongside those who are often overlooked or dismissed, fighting for their rights and ensuring that everyone has an equal opportunity to succeed. Her support extends beyond her immediate circle. She is committed to creating positive change in the larger community and the world. She understands that empowering others involves both personal and collective responsibility, and she takes that responsibility seriously. One of the most significant aspects of empowerment is the ability to help others believe in themselves. A perfect lady doesn't just empower others with her words and actions. She empowers them by helping them see their own potential. She encourages them to take risks, to step outside of their comfort zones, and to pursue their dreams. By offering encouragement and support, she instills a sense of confidence and self-belief in those around her, giving them the tools to chase their aspirations and achieve success. Ultimately, the perfect lady's approach to empowerment and support is rooted in the belief that when one person rises, we all rise. Empowering others doesn't diminish our own worth, it enhances it. A perfect lady understands that by helping others grow, she is contributing to a world that is richer, more supportive, and more interconnected. She actively seeks out opportunities to lift others up, to share her resources, and to provide guidance and encouragement. Through this approach, she builds a legacy of support, compassion, and empowerment, making a lasting impact on the lives of those around her. By embodying this principle of empowerment, a perfect lady becomes a source of inspiration, creating a ripple effect of positivity, confidence, and strength wherever she goes. She knows that her true greatness is not measured by what she accomplishes alone, but by the positive influence she has on others and the way she helps them realize their own potential. In empowering others, she creates a better, more inclusive world for all. The fifth keynote of becoming a perfect lady is continuous growth. A perfect lady understands that life is an ongoing journey of self-improvement, learning, and transformation. She never stops evolving, whether it's in her personal life, her career, or her interactions with others. Growth is not a destination, but a process, and she embraces every opportunity to develop and become a better version of herself. At the heart of continuous growth is the mindset of being a lifelong learner. A perfect lady does not settle for what she already knows. She actively seeks new knowledge, experiences, and perspectives. She understands that the world is constantly changing, and in order to keep pace with it, she must be open to new ideas, willing to learn from others, and adaptable in her approach to challenges. She seeks out opportunities for growth, whether through formal education, personal reading, professional development, or simply engaging in thoughtful conversations with those who challenge and inspire her. One of the key aspects of continuous growth is being open to feedback. A perfect lady understands that constructive criticism is an invaluable tool for personal development. Instead of becoming defensive or discouraged when others offer advice or point out areas for improvement, she views it as an opportunity to learn and grow. She is humble enough to acknowledge that she is not perfect and that there is always room for improvement. This openness to feedback allows her to continually refine her skills, deepen her understanding, and expand her capabilities. Growth also requires a willingness to step outside of one's comfort zone. A perfect lady doesn't shy away from challenges or avoid difficult situations because they are uncomfortable. Instead, she embraces them, knowing that it is through these experiences that she learns, grows, and strengthens her character. When faced with uncertainty, she takes calculated risks, knowing that even if things don't go as planned, she will learn valuable lessons from the experience. Whether it's taking on a new project, starting a new venture, or confronting a personal fear, a perfect lady understands that the greatest growth often happens in moments of discomfort. Another essential component of continuous growth is the ability to reflect and self-assess. A perfect lady regularly takes time to evaluate her own progress, looking back on her actions, decisions, and behaviors to identify areas for improvement. Self-reflection allows her to learn from past mistakes and successes, and it helps her stay aligned with her values and goals. It's through this process of self-assessment that she fine-tunes her approach to life, ensuring that she stays on track and is constantly moving toward her desired growth. She is honest with herself, acknowledging both her strengths and her weaknesses, and uses this self-awareness to guide her next steps. Contributing to the success of others, a perfect lady understands that her growth has a ripple effect on the people around her. As she continues to evolve, she can share her knowledge, wisdom, and experiences with others, helping them grow as well. This mindset creates a positive cycle where everyone in her circle benefits from her. She recognizes that true greatness is not just about individual achievement, but about inspiring and empowering others to grow alongside her. The desire for continuous growth is not just about personal success. It's also about contributing to the success of others. A perfect lady understands that her growth has a ripple effect on the people around her. As she continues to evolve, she can share her knowledge, wisdom, and experiences with others, helping them grow as well. This mindset creates a positive cycle where everyone in her circle benefits from her growth, whether through mentorship, collaboration, or simply by witnessing her example. She recognizes that true greatness is not just about individual achievement, but about inspiring and empowering others to grow alongside her. Moreover, continuous growth is tied to resilience. A perfect lady knows that setbacks, challenges, and failures are a natural part of life. She does not let adversity define her or deter her from moving forward. Instead, she uses these experiences as opportunities to build her strength, adaptability, and problem-solving skills. Every setback becomes a stepping stone. Every obstacle a chance to refine her character and deepen her wisdom. Ultimately, the pursuit of continuous growth is what keeps a lady dynamic and vibrant. It ensures that she is never stagnant, never complacent, and always striving to be the best version of herself. By committing to growth, she not only enhances her own life, but also positively impacts the lives of those around her. The perfect lady understands that growth is a lifelong journey, and she embraces every opportunity to evolve, learn, and become a better person in every sense of the word. This mindset of continuous improvement shapes every aspect of her life, making her a beacon of inspiration, resilience, and strength. The sixth keynote of becoming a perfect lady is legacy of excellence. This principle is about understanding that our actions, choices, and values have a lasting impact on the world around us. A perfect lady doesn't just focus on her immediate success or short-term goals. She strives to build a legacy of excellence, something that will continue to inspire, influence, and positively affect others long after she is gone. It's about living a life that reflects integrity, purpose, and the pursuit of the highest standards, leaving behind a trail that others can follow, admire, and learn from. A legacy of excellence starts with a commitment to personal standards. A perfect lady sets high expectations for herself, not in a way that demands perfection, but in a way that encourages constant growth and striving for the best. She holds herself accountable for her actions, words, and behaviors, always aiming to do things to the best of her ability. She recognizes that excellence is not about being flawless, but about being consistent, disciplined, and committed to putting forth her best effort in everything she does. Whether she is working on a project, engaging with others, or making decisions, she approaches each situation with thoughtfulness, care, and an unwavering commitment to doing things well. The legacy of excellence is also rooted in integrity. A perfect lady knows that her actions must align with her values. She doesn't compromise her principles for convenience, popularity, or short-term gain. Integrity is the foundation of her character, and she demonstrates it by making decisions that reflect honesty, fairness, and respect for others. Whether she's in the public eye or in private, her commitment to doing the right thing is unwavering. She understands that integrity doesn't just define her, it defines the impact she has on others and how they perceive her character. Through her consistency in living with integrity, she builds trust, respect, and admiration, which are essential to leaving a lasting legacy. A legacy of excellence is also about making a positive impact on others. A perfect lady understands that her influence extends beyond herself. She strives to inspire, uplift, and empower those around her. She mentors others, shares her knowledge, and encourages others to pursue their own greatness. By helping others recognize their potential and pushing them to achieve their goals, she amplifies her own legacy. The true measure of her impact is not just in her own achievements, but in the positive influence she has on the lives of those she interacts with. Whether in her personal relationships, her professional endeavors, or her community involvement, a perfect lady leaves behind a legacy of empowerment and inspiration. One of the most powerful ways to build a legacy of excellence is through the example she sets. A perfect lady understands that actions speak louder than words. She doesn't just talk about values such as kindness, perseverance, or empathy. She embodies them in her daily life. Her example becomes a beacon for others to follow. People are drawn to her not because of her achievements, but because of the way she carries herself and the principles she lives by. When others witness her commitment to excellence, her grace in adversity, and her dedication to making a difference, they are inspired to strive for the same. A legacy of excellence also means making meaningful contributions to the world. A perfect lady recognizes that her time on this earth is limited, and she is intentional about how she spends it. She uses her talents, resources, and influence to create a positive change in a community and beyond, whether it's through charity work, social causes, or simply being a responsible and considerate citizen. She seeks to make the world a better place. Now, she understands that true excellence is not about individual accolades, but about leaving a footprint that contributes to the greater good. Furthermore, a perfect lady builds a legacy by nurturing relationships and investing in the people she cares about. She values the connections she makes with others and ensures that her relationships are built on trust, respect, and mutual care. By creating deep, meaningful bonds with others, she leaves behind a network of support, love, and positivity that continues to thrive even after she's gone. These relationships become a testament to her character, showing that her excellence was not just in her achievements, but in how she treated others along the way. Ultimately, a legacy of excellence is not about being remembered for fame or recognition. It's about being remembered for the impact one has on others and the world. A perfect lady is driven by a desire to leave the world better than she found it. She understands that true excellence is about the quality of one's character and the ripple effect of one's actions. Yes, she doesn't seek to be perfect, but she does seek to be intentional, purposeful, and consistent in living a life that inspires others to do the same. In the end, a legacy of excellence is a legacy that endures. It's about the lasting impression we leave on the hearts and minds of others, the way our actions and values continue to inspire long after we are gone. By living with intention, integrity, and a commitment to making a difference, a perfect lady ensures that her legacy is one of lasting impact and meaningful contribution. In conclusion, the journey to becoming a perfect lady is not about achieving an unattainable standard of perfection, but about embodying a set of timeless principles that guide one's actions, decisions, and relationships. It is about having a vision and taking bold action to bring that vision to life with clarity and purpose. It is about responding to life's challenges with grace and composure, maintaining a sense of calm and dignity no matter what comes our way. It is about empowering others, recognizing that our success is not limited, and that by uplifting those around us, we create a world of collaboration and positivity. Continuous growth is essential, as a perfect lady is always evolving, learning, and striving to become a better version of herself. Lastly, leaving a legacy of excellence means living a life that reflects integrity, kindness, and purpose, and ensuring that our impact endures long after we are gone. A perfect lady is someone who doesn't simply exist in the world. She actively shapes it with her strength, wisdom, and compassion. She understands that her actions matter, that every decision she makes contributes to the person she is becoming and the legacy she will leave. It is through living with intention and embodying these principles daily that she creates a life of meaning, impact, and fulfillment. As you pursue this journey, remember that perfection is not the goal. Growth, empowerment, and living a life of excellence are what truly define a perfect lady.